you know, the nature in which this rating system was adopted and invented, so to say, is it was a tool for advertisers. This was a currency for advertisers, not for viewers. Certainly not to decide your editorial policy. It was for the advertisers to ascertain where they should put their money. Do you think that has been the biggest problem, where suddenly, because we are talking money, even the editorial content became all about ratings, and it is propagated on channels as if this is the thing. That's what viewers care for.
Yes, I agree with that. That's completely commercially driven, this and this madness about TRP. Even the INB minister recently mentioned about the TRP tyranny.
Yeah.
But the question is, what do you come out with an alternative? Because remember, liberals are completely smothered out when it comes to these public voting games. You've seen a report that has come out recently about how many million bots were created, false accounts were created to bolster, let's say, even the Riya Chakravarti TV shows. Even so, in these games, if you open it up from a transparent system, with all its faults, I'm admitting that the system is leaking. Otherwise, people would not be. But then, if you open it up to, say, public voting, if you open up to SMS or whatever, tweets or whatever, then remember, you are up against a machinery that is practiced and trained to take over the entire space of political debate. So you would be voted out.
So you're saying there's a larger chance of manipulation if this is completely opened up.
Completely opened up, and there must be some checks and balances.
Okay.
BARC is open to inspection, and BARC can and should make a public transparent mechanism for explaining how they are dealing with it. After all, remember, it's an industry body, so everybody's rivals are also there. That's a point. They are there. But I'm admitting that there are leakages. There were terrible leakages in the former TAM system. This is better, but
yes, a lot of people want to comment on what Mr. Sircar is saying. I'll first go to Madhu Trehan. She raised her hand first. Yes, Madhuji.
Yeah, there are a couple of questions I would like to ask Mr. Sircar. Is that when BARC bought TAM, and TAM had been discredited as a flawed system, did BARC do anything new other than just buy the existing property and put the same systems in? 1 second. That's one question. Secondly, when you have 80 crore television households, and then you have a system of 40,000 boxes that are being monitored, the ratio is so bizarre that it can't make any sense at all. Now, the point is that renaming a company does not change the system. And the point is that when there are $5 billion US being spent on ads, there has to be a more reliable system. Secondly, I do want to say that it is not only the TRPs that decide where the ads go. There is a lot of underground stuff that goes on, which means that there are pro-quid quo systems in place. The government gives the ads to friendly channels. There is a whole system which does not even address this issue. And one last thing I would like to bring in is that a BARC India spokesperson told News Laundry when they did a story on this last April, and I quote, he said, "Panel tampering is a legacy issue that is neither denied nor ignored by BARC India. It's linked very much to the social problem of corruption, which you will also agree cannot be wished away easily, even if we would love to do so." Now, that means we're giving up. That's really serious. We cannot give up on this.
Mr. Sarkar's right to reply. I think very pertinent questions have been asked of you, Mr. Sircar.
Madhu Trehan has asked very pertinent questions, but one small identity crisis. I am not a spokesman of BARC, number one. I am not in the government, thank God. And I quit many years ago. The reason for coming in is that when TAM became a total nuisance, an alternate system had to come in. So that question of buying up TAM is not correct at all. TAM belongs to Nielsen and Kantar. It continues to be their property. BARC is a industry, is run by an industry board where, as I said, all rival channels are represented. They set up their own people meters at 1/10 the cost. But I am not saying that BARC is perfect in any way. All I'm saying is that having stumbled across a terrible period up to, say, 2015, this proved to be a bit of an improvement, quite an improvement from 2015 onwards. Now, if this system is cracking at the seams, it requires a change. But that thing about TAM being bought over is not correct. TAM continues on its own.
Okay.
So you need a system